Welcome everyone to the Breakout Racing League Tier 4 USA Grand Prix Round 15 out of 18. I am your host here, Cheese33, along with not Dom, but once again Kieran. Kieran, how are you today? Yeah.
I am very well, fella. Nice to be back here in the comms box with you, filling in for my good friend Dom. Dom, you're probably watching this, bro. I hope everything's alright, and keep me posted, as always. But yeah, no, should be up for a very, very good race here at the Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, of course here. Before we get started with all the special details of this tier, yeah, like I said again, we are in the USA Grand Prix. It is a very tough circuit for a lot of drivers. Kieran, what are your expectations for these drivers, and tell us your thoughts, any history you have with this track?
Yep, and it's not good. The last time I raced COTA, I ended up in the wall of the pit lane on pit lane entry in qualifying and started at the back of the grid and I think had about 3 tyre changes across the race because I kept losing portions of my wing. So it's going to be nice and fun for me on Monday night when Tier 6 race around here and I have to try and do it all over again.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a very tough track for everyone. Very different corners. I think every single sector has a different corner around the whole track. 20 of them. These drivers have to go through and 2 DRS straights. The racing here is actually, I would say, it's pretty good with heavy braking zones along. Yeah, but obviously people do have a tendency to spin and break some wings, and this also with the warnings and the 3-second penalties you get and the validations, it's very tough. The track limits are very strict around here.
Yeah, for sure. Track limits are definitely a thing here. If you guys were watching the Tier 3 race from about an hour or so ago, you will know that track limits played a big part in who finished where on that podium.
And I have a feeling here it's not going to be any different. Let's ride along with Chunky Snags. Kieran, would you like to commentate a lap? He is on the mediums right now, going out. Fourth gear, fifth gear. Yeah, take it through.
Just watching Titan across the line, so I'll jump onto Chunky now.
Oh.
Going up to about the 100 board, there or thereabouts. Coming through the Maggots and Beckett's section of Sector 1. Very similar to Maggots and Beckett's, of course, from the British Grand Prix track in Silverstone. Trying to make sure you try and keep that line as smooth as you possibly can as you take the left-hander, followed by this nice right to finish off as you start Sector 2. Coming down the hill now towards turn 11. This is, of course, where you will see the second of the 2 DRS straights. Getting a little bit close to the apex there, but running it very nicely there is Chunky Snags. DRS is now wide open, as you can see. Coming down, trying to stick to the right-hand side of the track. Make sure you get the perfect line in to spot your braking zone at about the 50 board. Coming in and making sure you don't cut that corner too much. And now you've got a nice little technical section worth of corners here. As you come up to the left-hander now of turn 15, you've now got the really high speed triple right-hander of turn 16, 17 and 18 now on the run up to the final 2 left-hand corners. Chunky Snags here, making sure you don't want to run too wide on those rumble strips on the outside of turn 19 into turn 20. Back on the DRS, running up to the line now. Chunky Snags crosses the line, it goes P3 with a 132.001.
Of course, on the mediums as well. Tire strategy is something to be note of when you're racing here. There's a lot of variety, of course. You can do soft hards. If you really want to risk it, you can do soft mediums. but I assume everyone is going to go maybe two-stop, probably. The tire wear is a lot in this track. With the softs and mediums, and I have heard maybe the hards can go to the end from lap 1. I'm not so sure about that, but
It's a risk. Hards to the end from lap 1 is definitely a risk. Believe it or not, the one stop here, soft to medium, is actually a lot easier than people think it is. If you're good with your tires, you can actually run the soft tires for about 10 or 11 laps, which means you're only needing to do 17 on the mediums, because it is a 28 lap race when we get into the race here at the Circuit of the Americas. So the guys that are starting on the medium tire, expect to see those guys actually do that one stop strategy and go from those mediums onto those soft tires.
yeah, 10 people have set a lap right now. About half are on the mediums, and some people are on the softs, which is, like I said, the tire variation is a lot around here.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, COTA is sort of one of those tracks that's there's no real advantage, so to speak, over the two tires in qualifying. It does sort of come through to personal preference, the softs or on the. But I think you'll see as well. We have seen quite a few of these guys go out on the medium tires already, and maybe those who are a little lower down on the timing screens. For guys like ER10, Broken Reptile starting a hot lap now, coming through the S-bends in Sector 1. Really, really nice smooth line there by Reptile, to be fair. And I believe, do correct me if I'm wrong, fella, but I believe Broken Reptile is the current championship leader, and if my maths is correct, he only needs 15 points from this race, because Michi isn't racing, to be crowned champion.
Wow. Yeah, you are right. He is leading by 38 points compared to Michi. After Italy, man. After Italy for Michi, it's not been a good run of races. Yeah, Reptile in first place, 185 points. Michi in second, 147, 38 points behind him. And Mr. Titan, the third McLaren, 133, 14 points behind Reptile. Sorry, Michi, and 52 points behind Reptile. So I do think he's still mathematically in the championship, but logistically, I don't think so.
Just looking to after tonight's race, we'll have 2 races left. So yeah, Mr. Titan is still in with a shout, but of course we don't have Michi tonight. So this is a big, big chance for Broken Reptile to pretty much tie up or sort out this championship. If Mr. Titan doesn't score or matches what Broken Reptile does tonight, I think you can crown Broken Reptile your Tier 4 champion at the end of tonight's race.
Yeah, I think, Mr. Titan definitely has to be in front of him by, I think, 2 points? No, 3 points. 3 points. So there's a 52-point gap with Mr. Titan and Broken Reptile. So, maximum points involved. Mr. Titan would need to win Mexico and Brazil if he wants to win it, I think. Or somewhere close around that.
Yeah, I mean, if that point gap stayed how it was, so if Mr. Titan and Broken Reptile tied each other on points after this race, Mr. Titan would be 52 points behind Broken Reptile with a possibility of 52 points available, obviously with 2 race wins and then the 2 fastest laps. At that point, it would go down to count back on race wins, and it would mean that Reptile would win it on countback. Actually, would he? No, because Mr. Titan hypothetically wins those 2 races. Ooh, that could be quite interesting, actually, because they'd be tied on 3 wins each.
Okay, yeah, so the 2 McLarens battling it out.
From Mr. Titan tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's had a very strong start to the season, but with a lot of unlucky races with Baku and even more. It's. I mean, I think he's still happy where he's in third place, and in the constructors, yeah, McLaren are leading by 39 points compared to the Mercedes. So I think the battle is still brewing between them both.
Yeah, the Constructors' Championship is still very, very open. Don't expect to see that finish until probably the last race of the season in Brazil. Um, but yeah, the Drivers' Champ.
Hello, Mitchie? You're cutting out a bit. Sorry, not Mitchie. I called you Mitchie. Kieran. You there? Kieran, I can't hear you. Uh-oh, okay. Are you good there?
There
Hello?
we go. I should be back now.
All right, that's good. Yeah, we are good to go. Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we are good to go. Where were we? Oh, with the championship. Yeah, of course, it's Constructors' Championship. It's definitely not going to be sealed mathematically in this race. No limit sets the fastest time, 1:30.3. Do you think people would get into the 29s? It's Tier 4 is just, I don't know. Tier 4 has been surprising me this whole time and this whole season with really fast lap times. And if they get into the 29s, I think it would be just insane.
I mean, you and I know from the
off.
races you and I have done together that Tier 4 has the chance to surprise us. So I wouldn't put it past some of these guys to potentially get themselves into those 29s if they do want to try and push that little bit extra. Right, he comes into the pits. What have we got on laps?
Oh yeah, it's a Mercedes 1-2 right now. Chunky is not on a lap right now. The only person on a lap is Groggy Oregano. Purple sector 2, going to turn 15, and now the triple flat out corner. Can he challenge for pole? He's almost outside the top 10, which I think is, I would say it would be a advantage. I think if you start P11 as always, but he's going to cross the line. What will he get? 1:30.15, 5th place for Groggy. What about Whiffy winner? 1 second up currently. Can he challenge for the pole? Of course, he won Japan. He does not get pole by 3/10. No Limit is absolutely dominating this qualifying session. He invalidated his lap right now, but he's pretty safe.
Sainz is going to be the next one to cross the line now on the medium tyres. Coming up from Tier 5 for the last 3 races of the season. Sainz goes P10, 133.102.
Yep, on the mediums too. So even if he gets bogged down, he's going. I think he's gonna go for the alternate. Medium hard or medium soft.
I can be pretty confident and tell you that Sainz will more than likely go medium soft. If he's still in the Xbox party that I was in before I came and joined you, Feder, TES Sainz will be in an Xbox party with TMS Matt 45 and TES Leclerc.
Yep.
2 drivers from Tier 3 who have just raced this track themselves, so know all about tyre wear and know all about tyre strategies.
Yeah, the safety cars will obviously come into play. Who will pit, who will not, those split-second reactions in these races. Not a lot of people are on laps right now, but hopefully we'll see that change.
ER10 is about 8/10 down, so expect to see ER10 come into the pits. Yep, ER10 is going to dive into the pits. Science there. Yeet Doggo is on an outlap. Going through turn 16 now. He's trying to free up some space for himself before he turns everything up to full and goes for that full power maximum mode hot lap. That is very, very interesting. Purposely waited until the time dropped under 1 minute 30. So that he would be one of the last people to cross the line before the flag drops, so he knows what he's got to beat. Interesting decision there. Most people in that position would have probably go to cross the line. Maybe put 2 hot laps worth of fuel in their car and just try and go for that double push. But no, Yeet Doggo decides, I back myself. I'm gonna be good. What it does
Mr.
now
Titan
on the flip side,
across the line. Only 9th on the mediums.
Of course, that does now mean
lap as well.
For Yeet Doggo.
What about Wado? No.
If Yeet Doggo makes a mistake, pretty well at the moment. Ooh, red fuel light on now though.
Oh, is it gonna run out of fuel?
Hopefully not. Coming around turn 16 now.
Penultimate corner, make sure you don't invalidate. Goes wide a bit. Can he get into the top 10 on those fresh softs? I think he can. Into the top 6. Very, very impressive qualifying result from Yeet Doggo.
Is it indeed? Let's see who else we've got on laps.
Square right now. Oh, Square invalidates to the triple corner. Oh, that's just so... Oh my god, he just retires by himself there. Just crashes into the wall. But Chunky snags coming across the line. Invalidated. So, yep, the highest position he will get is 3rd right now. But we have to see about other drivers. What about Frizy? Whiffy's teammate has also invalidated. Titan? What about him? No, Titan has invalidated as well. Has pulled out. Fluky... Yeah, Fluky is on a lap right now in 6th gear going through the penultimate corner. 7th, shifting down to 3rd, locks up a bit, goes wide. He gets the DRS. What will it be? It's a 4th position there. Yeah, P4, no limit, does not improve by his time, but is on pole position.
Broken Reptile's going slowly. Reptile's throwing that lap away.
Oh my.
He was down going through sector 2. I was on board with him at the time. He was down, so obviously knew that he wasn't going to bother trying to go for it. But I think that's going to bring us to the end of qualifying.
Yeah, it can. No limit on his, I think, 2nd pole position. He is shown to be extremely fast in qualifying, but usually does not make it up in the... Well, usually has a bit of unluckiness in the races and a lot of contact. But nonetheless, it's still a good feat. 2/10 in front of Whiffy, last race's winner in Japan. Whiffy with a lot of confidence on his back, and Chunky making it a Mercedes 1-3. I think that's the 2nd time this whole season where it has been a Mercedes 1-3. Fluky with a very high qualifying position in 4th. Broken Reptile, I don't think it's where he'd expect to be going. 5th, Wado 6th. Yeet Doggo, the Mexican, of course, in the Renault, 7th. Outqualifies his teammate. Oh, wow, okay. It didn't even give me a timer as well. It just moved.
Well, I can definitely confirm, fella. I have been reliably informed that Dom is listening in. He is
Yes,
listening in
good
to
stuff. Yeah.
what we're doing. So, yeah, as I said, bro, I hope everything's all good, and keep me posted, my dude.
All right, just everyone going to pick their final adjustments to the setup, maybe the front wing differential and the fuel, and of course the strategy. Yeah, just getting ready. All right, yeah. In the formation lap, No Limit, his second pole of the season. Can he make it up to get his? I think it's his first win. I think he got a penalty in one of the races that dropped him down into. I'm seeing the. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, of course, everyone inside the top 10 is on softs, but Ethan in 15th on the softs. Oh, it's going to be. He's going to be, gonna be making up a lot of positions if he wants his strategy to work out, or else he's gonna have a lot of dirty air from the cars in front and just blocking him on the harder rubber there. Oh, jeez. By himself too. I'd expect two drivers to get disqualified, but guess not. Yeah, the gap is a bit big from Fluky and behind. Up. Of course, the elevation into turn one is really crazy. So telemetry just looking for someone to rev the lights. Yep. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and it is almost 5 red lights. Yeah, it is lights out, and away we go. Looks like Whiffy gets a way better start than No Limit. He's almost side by side through him coming into turn one. He has the inside. He's going for it, but No Limit. Oh, with the traction. There's a spin there with Wado and a few other drivers involved there. Yidago stays in 5th, and Fluky in 4th. No Limit across. Yeah, No Limit leads across from Whiffy, Chunky, Fluky. There's a little bit of carnage in the back there. Oh, that is Ayrton Motorsport spun. Oh my, and of course he is on the fresher tires by 6 or 7% compared to the top 10 who have had to start on the tires that they qualified in. But here goes Sainz on Watto with front wing damage. Sainz on the mediums as well, so I would say they're pretty comparable. No, never mind. Watto does not have front wing damage, so it is for track position here. Watto goes wide a bit, but he has the extra traction. Gonna go down the inside of Sainz. Sainz, could he pull the switch back on him? Looks like Watto keeps the position. Will he go for the dive bomb? It is very popular to go for the dive bomb here. No, he doesn't. Watto stays in 11th. Any other racing going on? Mr. Titan's getting close to Ethan. Yeah. The last two races he has attended, he has DNF'd, so very unlucky. Hopefully he can keep it clean and just head down and get some points for the team. Obviously, the standings are glitched, unfortunately, but right now it is No Limit leading by quite some margin against Whiffy there. Whiffy has been in this position multiple times at square with a 3-second time penalty on lap 2, not 3, 2. But yeah, Whiffy is... Yeah, that is good. Chunky is still in that third place. This is what Mercedes needs compared to McLaren, who are in the bottom positions of the points here. They have been since Singapore. No, it's not Singapore. Sorry, Japan, which was the first race they did not get a podium. Either one of them did not get a podium since Hungary. Yep. DRS is now enabled, but not right now. The next DRS rate, it will be, and Whiffy needs to close down 2/10 compared to him if he wants to have that extra straight line advantage. Sainz on square. Yep, just down the inside in turn 1, both of them on the mediums. Oh yeah, it's very hard to drive when you're driving on pad in this track. Here goes Reptile on Yeet Doggo. Has the DRS advantage. Yeah, he's going to make the move before the braking zone. Oh, looks like Yeet Doggo tried to go for the switchback. Yeah, but, yeah. Great car positioning. Yep, Ayrton and Frizy also going at it a bit there. Ayrton passed Frizy on the 2 compound fresher tires. Oh, that is square spun. The first spin of the race right now. It's not looking good for the Haas team for sure. It's all you gotta say, just spin out. Kieran, your audio isn't included. Uh, your audio isn't included. It is? Okay. Okay, yeah, I just gotta message that.
Okay, we'll try again. Hopefully, we're good now. I think the technical issues we had earlier may have screwed that up a little bit. Hopefully, we should be good now. Hopefully, I can be heard.
Okay, yeah, he's good now.
We're good. Yep. Dom has just texted me.
Sorry, I didn't know that the overlays were there. I thought they were. I just didn't check. Alright, let me put them now. Tier 4 race overlay. That should be good now. Alright, let's get back into racing. Sorry
Let's get
for
back
the
into
little
the
technical
action.
difficulties there. Yep, Fluky is all in the back of Chunky, pressuring him for that final podium position. So far, both of them do not have any penalties, but Fluky is going to have the DRS on Chunky. I think this will be a very easy move for him. He has to overtake. He's committed. He's not pulling as much as he'd like to, but could he go for the dive bomb? He's closing reasonably well, but does not think about it.
A little bit further back, we're watching Ethan looking to try and make a move on Groggy. Unable to make the move yet, but has been able to close up quite a bit on Groggy from turn 10 onwards. Getting really, really close now, so coming through the triple right-hander of 16, 17, 18. Goes a little bit wider. Does Ethan try and hold as much speed as they can. Oh, Groggy picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help at all. As Ethan comes around the final corner now, you've got yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. We've had someone spin. It's square again.
Yeah,
That's a second spin for square. Ethan still can't make that move go though. Still can't make that move.
Yep. Watto and Titan also pretty close to there as well. Oh, square! Oh, man.
Square, bro. You're not having a good race. You are not having a good race, my friend. Fluky picks up a 3-second
gets a time penalty.
That could change things.
Yep, Ethan closing in on Groggy a bit. Groggy's gonna have the DRS from Yitago, which will help him. Actually, no, it doesn't. But
Fluky makes a move on Chunky.
Ethan. Oh, but Ethan's going as well.
Fluky makes
a move. What about Ethan to Groggy? Watto and Titan as well. Oh my God, so many battles going on. Groggy down the inside of Ethan.
No, Ethan
they make contact. Titan is gonna go wide on Watto as well. Ethan makes a move on Groggy, and Titan also makes a move on Watto. That was very interesting. Two battles at once, and
didn't know where to look that.
Oh man.
Oh square. Oh square, bro.
Oh man.
Oh
square, man. Come on.
Come on, bro. You got this. You got this, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
We believe, Square. We believe. Reptiles.
We do believe, but that is Reptile pretty early into the pits.
Wanting to do really early. It's no damage.
Oh,
no, that's soft.
No damage. Okay, that's...
It's mediums. It is, sorry, mediums. Mediums on Reptile's card. That's... I think a forced Reptile into the 2-stop.
Yeah, he is now behind both Frizy and...
laps, it's going to be hard. Yeah, but Frizy and ER10 at the moment. Going to be really, really tough for Reptile to potentially run these 21, 22 laps on mediums. So expect to see Reptile potentially come into the pits as the race progresses. Probably put another set of soft tyres on later on in the race. As Mr. Titan's looking to potentially make a move on Groggy here. He's got DRS open, pulls to the left-hand side of the track. He's going to have that inside line to turn 12. quite a nice easy overtake, but here comes Waldo! No, not move. No move there, but Waldo is definitely going to try and put the pressure on Groggy now. Titan's now going to be able to try and pull away from the little battle. And try and see if he can catch back up to Ethan, who is getting close to Yeet Doggo for P5.
Ethan is on a run now, but Groggy is he's lost 2 positions now, and now he's under pressure by Wado as well. He's just not having the best of stints.
And Waldo comes into the pits.
Yep, the undercut as well. I think a lot of people are going to opt for the 2-stop, not knowing maybe about the 1-stop, or maybe it is strategical because the undercut is very powerful going on to the white hards. It's going to be very hard to get used to them at first, but I think he'll do that. And with the state of the softs right now, I think it probably would be an advantage. And there's a yellow flag. I don't see anyone. Oh, that's just Square being lapped. Oh man, Square, come on.
It's not been Square's race. Frizy 3 seconds. Mr. Titan's getting.
Yep.
Mr. Titan's got right up close to Ethan now. Bit of a DRS forming between these 3 cars, but
it's gonna make a move on Yeet Doggo. Will Titan go for the move as well? Oh, Ethan brakes super early! And Titan might have had, Titan has for wing damage from that, but he's still battling Ethan for that crucial position. Ethan's gonna have the better traction, of course. Yeet Doggo, will he send it down the inside? No, Titan defends. Yeet Doggo is still trying to hold it. Ethan goes quad, and Titan capitalizes from that. Oh, and there's contact between Ethan and Yeet Doggo, and Titan. Oh my god, now Titan and Ethan are going side by side. It's almost 3 wide. And Ethan comes out on top. Titan's gonna want to go into the pits. Oh, he's blocked by Yeet Doggo. And he's forced to stay out another lap. But he's gonna have the extra traction. Now Groggy is going to go on Yeet Doggo. Yeet Doggo is using all his overtake to try and get that crucial position for Mr. Titan down the inside.
Turn 1. Nice, easy move there by Yeet Doggo, and he defends that inside line. Mr. Titan is unable to get the switch back, and Yeet Doggo now can start gaining on Ethan once again. But I just want to go back to that move that was made into turn 12. Sorry, came from nowhere. Did Mr. Titan, and well. We could get a repeat of what happened last lap because they're all close to each other again, but the lack of downforce is really starting to hurt Mr. Titan now.
Do you think Ethan broke earlier? Just, Mr. Titan just overshot his braking zone?
I think it was more the fact that Mr. Titan overshot his braking zone, if anything. It would have been intentional by Ethan to try and force something like that. A Square picks up another 3-second time penalty. It's really not been Square's race. So I expect to see Mr. Titan now out of the penultimate corner. Try and hug the inside of that corner as best as he can. No limits in the pits from the lead.
Yeah. Wado on ER10 Motorsport there having a little scrap. Wado makes the move up into P11. No limit, like you said, in the pits right now.
Mr. Titan stays out.
I think Titan is committed. He's on the mediums. Yeah, he's on the mediums, and he's going to wait for the long run. Now, Signs is going to go on him on his debut. Has the inside line. No limit is right behind them as well. Mr. Titan, with the lack of grip, is not very... He's going to be... Yeah, he's struggling right now. He's not happy at all.
ER10 in the pits as well from currently down in P13. Got to go right the way to the end of the pit lane, of course. Driving for the Williams team. Comes in. It's going to be hot tire. Among the top 6 cars still on soft tires. Everyone else has gone onto the slower compound of tire at the moment.
Yep. No limit's going to go on Mr. Titan right about now. Mr. Titan goes wide. No limit. Capitalizes on that. On the fresh hards. He does have the overtake as well. Oh, yeah, Groggy on Yeet Doggo as well. Pretty easy move. I think Yeet Doggo just let him by there with they're both on 9 lap wood soft.
Yeah, I think Doggo knew there was no point in even trying to defend that. Groggy had DRS. Yeet Doggo had no one around him, but it was just easier to let Groggy go and just try and sit in behind and try and catch that DRS again for the main straight. As Whiffy comes into the pits.
Will we come out against No Limit? Will No Limit do the undercut? Sorry, will Whiffy do the overcut, which is a bit hard? Whiffy does go on the mediums compared to No Limit's hards.
Whiffy to the end.
This is going to be... Yep, No Limit obviously has some traffic from signs as well. Whiffy's going to come out. Oh, yeah, you could just see the overcut. I mean, look how much traffic. Sorry, no. Wow. Whiffy is only one car behind him. Separated.
Yeah, it's only a very slow-moving Mr. Titan separating Whiffy and No Limit. So don't expect it to be too long before Whiffy gets back onto the back of No Limit and starts putting pressure on No Limit. As Science is looking to potentially try and make a move on Yeet Doggo. We'll just sit behind him for now. Go get that DRS and we'll then make the move. Yeet Doggo does also have DRS, but
No Limits, yep. With the overspeed compared to them both.
Going through. You can see that the soft tire runners are going to really start struggling now with grip. Expect to see those 4 guys that are still on the soft tires come in this lap. If not this lap, then most definitely next lap, and they will more than likely move on to those medium tires if they know, of course, about that one-stop strategy.
Yeah, I think No Limit's having a bit of fun just staying behind these people.
There we go. Fluky and Junkie in.
Groggy's also going to come in.
So that will give Science net lead of the race.
No Limit's going to go on signs. Oh, thinks about it. Nope.
Yeet Doggo stays out, of course.
On.
Because Groggy came in,
Yeet
Doggo has to stay out and do that extra lap.
Whiffy needs to get past Yeet Doggo if he wants to still challenge for the lead. He's obviously on fresher compounds of tires compared to No Limit. Oh, yeah, Square again. About to get lapped for a second time.
Square, bro. You've got 15 seconds worth of penalties.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oof. This has not been Square's race. This has really not been
Definitely
Square's
not.
race.
He usually just capitalizes from...
Makes the move stick into turn 11. And
No Limit
will
on
obviously
signs as well.
get DRS to pull away. Move on Yeet Doggo as well. You can see the wear on Yeet Doggo's tires. If you go on board and have a look, you can see the graining on those soft tires. You can see that they are really starting to scream out. Yeet Doggo are begging, absolutely begging to be taken off. But I think that's pretty clear when you see a broken reptile just drive past Yeet Doggo as if Yeet Doggo wasn't even there. Just shows how much these soft tires are really struggling.
Oh, he stays out. Yeet Doggo stays out. Oh my. Yeah, I mean, even with the front wing damage from Titan, Yeet Doggo's struggling, and now Titan's going to let his McLaren teammate through on obviously very different strategies from them both. Fluky is going on Yeet Doggo down the inside. Yeet Doggo is not... I don't think this was the best call from him staying out.
The only thing I can assume is that Yeet Doggo doesn't think that the medium tires can go as long as they can go. So he's trying to run these soft tires for as long as he possibly can to know for a fact that the mediums work. But you can quite easily run the medium tires from this point on, and they'll get you through to the end of the race with no issues whatsoever. You can see as Whiffy just flying down now.
There.
Yeah, Whiffy back up into P2 now. Fluky making a move on Titan. Using DRS. So nice easy move there. Fluky up to P5. Got any other moves looking to be moment? Fluky's trying to see if he can close that gap on Broken Reptile. Of course, Fluky on those very, very fresh medium tires now. A Square picks up another
Oh man.
3 second.
The gap between No Limit and Whiffy is now
there it is!
2.3
There it is!
seconds.
Puncture! Puncture for Yeet Doggo.
Oh!
Front left puncture.
Oh no! Yeah, I mean, look at how much Groggy has pulled from Yeet Doggo. He was a few, like only like 5 seconds past him. That's how. Wow, just. So we can confirm it.
The gap.
Softs do go puncture range at lap 80. Sorry, lap 80, lap 14.
Yeah, so you can get about 13 laps as you saw there. Before those tires go bang, but now that is Yeet Doggo on those medium tires. That will be Yeet Doggo now for the rest of the race. He will not need to come back into the pits. Yep. So he's going to be very much relying on those being on that 2-stop strategy and wanting to come back in again. ER10 picked up a 3-second time penalty. Chunky Snags makes a move on Titan.
Yeah, with the DRS, Fluky did undercut him, I think, for the final net podium position, I think. But yeah, he's wow, fairly behind him.
Yeah, I think Broken Reptile will have to probably from this point we'll have to do a 2-stop. I don't think he's going to be able to make those mediums run 22 laps. Square gets a 5-second penalty for corner cone.
5 seconds. Oh, I think he's
into
just
the
gonna
pits.
retire.
Fluky gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oof, yeah, Fluky with the battle for the championship. Podium position is definitely going to affect him. He does have the dirty air from Reptile and signs there that he has to pass. Whiffy and No Limit already got past them, so it's just up to him and Chunky to get past before they pit, which will be in around 1 or 2 laps, I think.
For Science, it'll definitely be... Science will probably run until about lap 17, 18, and then you'll see Science come into the pits, and he'll put the soft tyres on, and then that'll be him till the end of the race. So Science's pit window will open very, very shortly. So if Broken Reptile and Fluky want to keep themselves in touch with the 2 leaders, they need to make a move on Science. Now Broken Reptile pulls to the left. Nice, easy move there on Science, and that is Broken Reptile back up into 3rd. Fluky's going to come from the Shadow Realm.
He pushes Science. Sorry, Science just goes wide. I think Fluky just gave him. Yeah, Fluky did give him the space, but Science just goes wide out of surprise there. Fluky is now. Yeah, Fluky just needs to pass Reptile.
I don't even say that he needs to pass Reptile. I genuinely don't think that Reptile's tires will go to the end. So Reptile will have to come in and pit again.
Oh, yeah.
So Fluky is in that net P3 as it stands. But of course, it's whether Fluky's happy with that P3 or whether he wants to try and push for the race win.
I mean, 3-second. Oh man. But I was gonna say, Whiffy has pulled a considerable amount of time on No Limit, almost into the DRS range. And as of now, I think he could make it to the end, but he does have a 3-second, which will hurt him. He's going to have to pull 3 seconds from No Limit if he does pass him, if he wants to win this race, unless he has a warning removal, which I doubt because he didn't really go side by side with anyone in the first stint. But, yeah.
I doubt it, but
really
I mean,
wants to get past
I suppose the plus for Whiffy is the fact that he's on the mediums and No Limit is on those hards.
Yeah.
So those mediums will come into their own a little bit earlier than No Limit's hards will.
Chunky on Signs. This was an expected move, but here comes Watto on Titan. Titan's with the front wing damage. Yeah, just a sitting duck there. He really couldn't fight that.
Yeah, so as I say, you'll expect to see Sainz and Titan come in shortly and change onto those soft tires, which will then run until the end of the race. Oh, they're not as soft tires. Square is now on soft tires. He's a lap down, but he's on the soft tires. So
Two
massive
laps down, I
respect
think.
for massive respect for Square for carrying on. Because I know there's a few
Yeah.
people that I know that would have retired in the pit lane from now. Waller picks up a 3-second time penalty. You don't
Oh,
go
Yeet
3
Doggo,
seconds.
these time penalties are just coming in. You know, we talked about this. It's very hard to stay within the track limits of the white lines, especially with I'm on board with Fluky coming through the S's, which is really hard to
Waller, 3
stay
seconds.
within the white lines. Yeah, Wolka, another 3 seconds. These are just only 3 drivers out of this grid do not have a time penalty. Mr. Titan, it is all just racking in. Fluky, I think, will want to make the move. Reptile goes wide a bit. Yep, using all of his overtake. Fluky has a DRS. He's using it all. He's going to make the move before the braking zone.
Shit.
Look how much chunk he has pulled from Signs. Around 10 laps remaining now as No Limit crosses the line at lap 18. Oh, Kieran left. I might have to invite him back. Yeah, guys, we're just having a lot of technical difficulties here. There you go. All right. Hey, Kieran. Xbox isn't really treating us well here. Titan and Science both go into the pits, as expected
Xbox
on their
is
medium stints.
not being nice to us tonight. So it should be soft tires on both those
Definitely
cars.
Yeah, will Titan change his front wing? Yeah, he definitely will.
Yeah, he will do.
He's going to be out of the points now, but still, there's 10 laps remaining, so he still has a bit of chances. A bit of a chance. Oh my! How many time penalties does Square have? Or the rest
Don't
of the
look.
grid? Square 20.
Feta, don't look. Don't look, bro. Don't look.
Too
It's
late.
not worth it.
Oh, too
Ooh,
late,
whiffy,
man.
Whiffy on No Limit for the lead.
Oh yeah, I see that. Did
Wasn't
not
able to
pass
make
him
it
in the
work
DRS
just
straight.
yet.
He's very patient with the move right now. Oh, he's going down the inside of No Limit. They made contact a bit. No Limit still has the inside coming through the triple apex corner there. Very unexpected from Whiffy. Even I didn't expect that, but he's still right behind him. Battle for the lead on fresher mediums.
If I'll be surprised if the move isn't made now. No Limit
Yeah,
with
this
using
lap.
that ERS as much as he can. Whiffy can't get close enough though.
Very close indeed. Yeah, he just, I don't know. He has less ERS and No Limit. I think that might be, well, actually, I'm actually pretty surprised. No Limit has been using his ERS pretty good. He does have a tendency to burn it all, but he is playing it smart. He knows Whiffy does have a 3-second, so yeah, but Whiffy is gonna have the DRS coming into this straight. Will he make the move? Oh my. Oh. Whiffy's pace on the mediums is... Yeah. Whiffy's pace on the mediums is... I don't know. I think it's just overshadowed by the fact that he's behind No Limit. He wants to get past him as much as he can. What? Oh, laps left with his GP. Not very good for him so far. I think he's just waiting for people to crash so he could get some points off of that. Yep, where will he come out? Will he come out in the top 10? I think he will, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I think he would be reasonably quicker. 8 laps remaining, but I don't know. I don't know what's on right now. He does have that 3 second, and he's just losing time with not passing him. Yep, Sainz and Yeet Doggo. Sainz has done a, yeah, Sainz along with Reptile have done, sorry, no, yeah, just Sainz um, with the strategy is in the points right now, which is really good. He's going to use all of his overtake right now. He's going to make the move before turn 1 probably. They're going to go side by side. Sainz does have the inside. Titan sets the fastest lap of the race. Will Yitago come back at him? No. Sainz places his car really good to make sure Yitago does not get the better traction and get in front of him. That's a really easy move from him. And there goes Frizy Motorsport and... No, yeah, just Frizy and Motorsport. Frizy goes down the inside. Really big dive bomb from him. He's going to block the racing line from Motorsport. Motorsport with the 10 lap old hards compared to Frizy's. Frizy's basically new softs. Look out on Chunky and Fluky as well. Both of them on 8 lap old mediums, but Fluky with the with the penalties, with the 3 second penalty. Sorry, 6 second from Fluky. Yeah. As of now, Mercedes will gain 37 points compared to McLaren's 6 points, so I think they will overtake them in the Constructors' Championship. 31 points would be their gain. No, they would be separated by 2 points. Chunky's going to go on Fluky. He's going to go round the outside. Ooh, Fluky defends really well. Chunky's going to have to wait 1 more lap, I would say, to make the move. Not enough to make a dive bomb in this corner. Things are getting a bit quiet now, other than Fluky's and Chunky's battle. But yeah, I mean, it's been a really good race with the strategies and everything. Oh. Oh. I mean, it was expected. He had a lot of penalties on him. Yeah, he needs those championship points. You're right. Actually, yeah, I think he's done the math himself. I think he has done the math himself, considering a lot of people do care about this championship. Signs, maybe? Nope. Tight on Yitago for the final points position. Let's see if he will get him on penalties as well. Yeah, he will. So McLaren are recovering kind of well, both of them on the softs, obviously. And like you said, Reptile is slowly closing in on Wado on the hards. Wada with the time penalty, so Reptile does have an advantage there. He needs to close up one more second. Sorry, what? Oh boy! Yep, yep. Whiffy is going to be. He's gonna have to push now. He's out of the DRS range though, which is very unfortunate. But No Limit does now have the pressure of being overtaken on track. Great debut. Yeah, exactly. Great debut from him. Race is not over yet, but so far so good from him. He does have 9 seconds, so I think Titan would gain on him with one position. Yeah, McLaren are really coming back from this in the late stages. Now the gap is 3.2 seconds from Wado to Reptile, so he will get 10 points out of this if he just manages to keep his pace in, you know. 3 laps on the softs right now.
See Chunky within a second. Wilker picked up another 3-second time penalty. Titan's getting close to Groggy. We will see how that goes. I hope you can hear me now, my friend. I did see that in chat, so quickly unincluded and re-included my audio. You should be good. Should be able to hear me now.
Oh, again?
Please
Oh my
confirm it
god,
in
wow.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Xbox is really not
Little
going so well.
against
Mr.
another
Tyne
corner.
all in the back of Groggy.
Chunky coming up through the S's. Fluky going very slowly. This will be a move for that final podium position.
Titan makes a move on Groggy on the softs. Very well done from him. All he needs to do is just stay in the 3-second range from Signs, and he will get that 8-second position. Oh, as I said that. It's
That's going to make things a little bit interesting. Because now Reptile, within half a second, has DRS on Waldo. On the faster tyre. Is he going to make the move into turn 12? Not just yet. But now with Waldo having that additional time penalty, going to make it a lot easier for Reptile to gain that P5. And those all important points that he needs to try and close out these drivers' standings. As it stands, the championship will go to next week in Mexico. But even still, it should be a good end of the race. Reptile's obviously going to try and get as far as he can in these final few laps of this race. 3 laps to go. About 2.5 for the leaders. Reptile does now pull to the left and make that move on Waldo. That is Reptile up to P5.
Yeah, just doing it on merit. 10 seconds behind Chunky, though. I think this is the best he is going to get. Just defend from Wado. Take your time. Not take your time, but just head down, you know.
Yeah, head down, concentrate. It's going to be, what, 25, 18, 15, 12. It's 10 points for
Yep.
Broken Reptile. So it's going to increase the gap between himself and Michi to 48 points.
Yep. Now Chunky probably going to go one more time on Fluky. Fluky with the indicator that he does not have any ERS. Chunky's going to go around the outside. Very brave move from him. Sticking with it. Fluky does have the better traction. Oh, Fluky defends extremely well from Chunky there. Chunky could not go down the inside, or otherwise they will collide. Very great defending from Fluky.
Mr. Titan getting close to Signs now. We'll try and see if he can line up a move into the main straight at the end of this lap. No Limit is now on the penultimate lap of the race. ER10 picks up another second time penalty. It's not going to help his race, but you can see now Mr. Titan getting ever closer to Signs. Going to try and line up that move on the AlphaTauri driver. This will be a move for position. This will be for 8th place. You can also see Ethan just ahead of Science. But you can see the flashing red light. I mean, Science is harvesting that ERS. While Mr. Titan not close enough to make a move just yet.
Yep, Science cuts the corner a bit there. Ethan also under pressure. Ethan's falling off compared to these soft runners. They will die, I think, will drop off.
Here we go, Chunky
gonna
on Fluky.
Yep, around the inside again. He's going for the same moves every single time. Will the outcome be different, though? They make contact, but this time Chunky has the inside. Will Fluky go for the... Yep. Track. He has a better traction. He's going for the inside compared to Chunky. Oh, contact. He overshoots it. He gets contact. No, thankfully, no one has any front wing damage, and Fluky stays ahead. That's going to be very controversial there.
Mr. Titan has made that move on Science now, so that is Mr. Titan up into P8. Trying to see if he can gain on Ethan now. No Limit is on the final lap of the race.
Yeah, Whiffy is dropping off a lot from No Limit. I think this is that time where the mediums are starting to drop off a lot. You can see from Ethan as well, under pressure by Mr. Titan. Ethan with the 3 seconds, Titan with the 6 seconds. So this is not about track position, but nonetheless, Titan will try his best to overtake him. Ethan defends down the inside. Yep, Titan tries to keep his nose in. Oh my god, with the switchback, gonna go round the outside in turn 2. Oh, splendid move. That was a very good move from Titan with the switchback, with the better traction. He has 2 sectors to try to make up those 3 seconds, but I kind of doubt he will. He's just head down again, like Reptile, head down, and yeah, just bring the car home. No Limit coming across the final sector through turns 16, 17, and 18. He's going to hold it well through the penultimate corner. Whiffy tried his best, but finally, No Limit, his first win of the season, better late than never. He wins in USA. Whiffy is going to come across the line. Very tough from Whiffy. In second place, Fluky. Also battling with Chunky there. Chunky had a little scrap with him. Fluky's going to come third on track, but Chunky is going to get his first podium position. A Mercedes 1-3 in this race. Reptile setters in for 4th with Fluky's time penalty. Wado's coming in 6th. A really great position for Wado there. Tying the final McLaren there. 4th and 7th for them both. Ethan does pass him. 7th place for Ethan, his second points position of the season. Science settles in for 10th. Great debut from him. Yitago 11th, Frizy 12th. Frizy coming through the final corner settling in 12th. And Wilka, coming through the penultimate corner in Ayrton Motorsport. Not a very good day from him. Pitted early on the hards and got overtaken a lot. Wow, Kieran. I think even with the Xbox difficulties, we had a really great race. Oh. Oh my god. Sorry guys. This party is Xbox is not sorry guys, Xbox is not corresponding very well. It was a very great race. I think I really liked it. No Limit finally gets his first win. Be sure to stay tuned for the interviews. I will be interviewing all 3 racers here who finished in the top 3. Right, just inviting everyone. These are your race results here. Hey boys, just waiting on No Limit. Let me actually text him. Oh, okay. Alright, as No Limit joins, hey guys, be sure to include your audio for interviews. Let's start off with Chunky. Chunky, your second ever podium position. It is a Mercedes 1-3. You closed down the gap to less than 10 points against McLaren for the constructors. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good. We have not a good gap to McLaren coming in. Good to close it up. Hopefully beat him in the last 2 races. Can you hear me?
Your battle with, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Your battle with Fluky there. It was a very interesting one, was it?
Yeah, it was intense. The whole race actually as well. 'Cause I was I started to get into a rhythm. I was just outside of with his DRS, but he put me under heaps of pressure and got the move done. And then eventually later in the race, I was able to close up to him. But I swear he must have been running really low aero or something, at least compared to me, because like I nearly overtook him 3 or 4 times, and each time it looked like I think his light was blinking. I have no idea, but it was well fought, bit argy-bargy at the end, but he pushed me wide, but it doesn't matter because kept it clean, luckily, which was a big struggle coming into this. Bottled quality as well, but got the job done.
Yeah, of course. Now, moving on to our second place, Whiffy. You threw everything you could at No Limit, but unfortunately, you um, you settled in for second. How are you feeling? I mean, do you think you had more pace in the car there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of buffed up quality a little bit because I didn't get myself my third run at the end. So I don't really know if I would have had pole or not. And then into the race at the start on the softs, no, to keep with them. Like I had enough to keep with them, but I couldn't unless I got in DRS. I couldn't really do anything about it. And once we got to the mediums, he went hards. So I was like, oh yeah, okay, I got about 12 laps here. I got to make it happen. And then the window kept closing, and I caught up to him quite well. I got stuck in a little bit of traffic coming out of the pits, which was whatever. But then yeah, just I don't know. I sent it a spot. I didn't really want to send it actually there when I made that one big move into like 13. I just kind of I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. I came in and I had such a run and so much grip that I was like, now's the time. And I just kind of whipped it in and hoped he didn't drop the apex, which he did. So thankfully, no damage for me. I don't think damage for him either. And we just kind of got on with it. But after that, yeah, I didn't really have any tire to put. I just kind of started losing at the end. And
Yeah.
I think the maximum today was P2. So just take the points. I know I took Titan in standings now, so P3 up for me, and I think I'm only a couple points off Mitchie now, so the hunt is on. The hunt is on. The championship's out, but the hunt is on.
Yeah, that is really great news. Moving on, last but definitely not least, No Limit. Your first ever win in this tier after you got that penalty in Singapore, which is really unfortunate. How are you feeling today? I mean, you had that pressure from Whiffy from that race lead. Yeah, just tell us your story.
Yeah, I tried fighting off Whiffy. Had more pace than me. Still surprised how he got those mediums to the end. And I didn't really think he was going to send it up the inside on turn 13, was it? So I kind of closed in and tried to go as wide as I could. But that turn is just so weird. It's just the elevation. But yeah, I got a good start. Hold 3 to 4 seconds. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, had a good strategy, yeah, from there. Got the win, middle of the win. But came into the
really great
race
stuff.
feeling really good. And yeah, super proud of trying to great points.
Now, a question for you both, Chunky and No Limit. Do you guys think you can get that Constructors' Championship against the McLaren?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Playing every race with high expectations, knowing what we're going to do, yeah.
I love
Pressure's
it.
on.
I love it.
Words.
It's only
to
10
do,
points.
yeah.
I think he said that's
Pull
good.
through.
Yeah, around 10 points, I think. They jumped up a couple of positions because of penalties, but Titan will make the calculations there, and we'll see in the end who comes out on top. Yep. All right. Thank you guys. That is it from me and this Tier 4 race. It has been exciting. Unfortunately, the Xbox problems did not go into our favor, but tune in tomorrow for Tier 2 at 8 p.m. EST and Tier 1 at 10 EST. And Monday for Tier 5 and 6, 7 p.m. EST for Tier 5, and 9 p.m. EST for Tier 6, I think. And then we will have a completely new week of racing with Realistic and F2 on Thursdays in Mexico. So, yeah, that is some great competition from all the tiers, and that is me signing off. Thank you.